Today we're going to be learning Mishnah Sukkah, Parak Bet Mishnah Dalid, and this Mishnah continues to discuss some of the details of the mitzvah relating to Sukkah, of Yeshivah Sukkah, of living in a Sukkah. Let's take a look at the Mishnah. Ha'oseh Sukkah, one who makes their Sukkah bein ha'ilanot, between the trees. In other words, they find a nice clearing in the middle of the woods or whatever it is, and they put their Sukkah in the middle of that area. V'ha'ilanot dofanot la, and the trees become the walls for the Sukkah. So, as you see, the Sukkah itself may have some walls that are man-made, but the trees themselves create the amount of walls. And as we discussed, that a Sukkah has to have more than 2 walls, 3 walls, let's say. 1 wall can be man-made, or 2 walls. And in this case, all the walls, or some of the walls, are made by the trees. The Mishnah tells us, Kshera, it is kosher. Trees are allowed to be walls of a Sukkah. And obviously, this is going to include the fact that the trees are not leaning over the top, so the schach are still schach. Next case in the Mishnah, discussing the people involved in the mitzvah of Sukkah. Shaluchei mitzvah. Mitzvah messenger men. People who are involved in being sent on a mitzvah. They're involved in a mitzvah. P'turin min ha-sukkah. They are exempt from doing the mitzvah of Sukkah. And the reason for this is that ha'osek ba-mitzvah, one who's involved in a mitzvah, patur min ha-mitzvah, is not obligated in another mitzvah. And there's a lot of discussion we could have about what exactly that means and what cases this is involved in. But the general rule is one who's involved in a mitzvah right now, that has to be done right now, they're not obligated in dropping mitzvah A to do mitzvah B. Next group of people that are not obligated to the mitzvah of Sukkah, cholin, sick people, umishmashehen, and the people that are helping them. So a person is not feeling well, and the Gemara explains that even a person has a headache, they're not comfortable. We have a rule that a person would live in a sukkah the same as they would live in their house. If you're at home and you're not feeling well, you're going to go lie down, then the same would be true in a sukkah. If you're not feeling well, you're not obligated to be in the sukkah. And the same is true if somebody is helping, the doctors, the ambulance people, whoever it is who's coming to help you, to help someone who's sick, they're also in the same category. Paturin min ha-sukkah, they're also patur from a sukkah. They're not obligated in the mitzvah of sukkah. Ochlin v'shotin arai, someone who's eating or drinking lightly. For example, if you're grabbing a snack from your snack truck, you're grabbing a bag of potato chips or a bar of ice cream. So in those cases where you're not having a seuda kavua, you're not having a set meal, in those cases, so that's acceptable. Chutz l'sukkah, you're allowed to do that outside of a sukkah. A person does not have to go into the sukkah to have a cup of ice cream. In general, halachically, we conclude this discussion based on whether you're being kove'ah seuda, based on the barachot that we make. So mezonot food would be eaten in a sukkah, hamotzi food would be eaten in a sukkah. A shahakal, or something like a eitzer hadam, which is just that one single food, we would not be obligated to have in the sukkah. Have a wonderful and awesome day.